All right, well, welcome everyone to the call. I'm so excited that you guys have joined us. We're going to be sharing over the next 25 to 30 minutes some exciting and inspiring stories of health. So I'm super excited that you're with us. Again, feel free to interact in that chat window and just interact. We'd love to hear from you guys. Whew, sorry. Okay, my name is Dawn Borges. This is a picture of my family. This is my husband, Dean, and my stepson, Dominic, and then my little guy, Deacon. Unfortunately, Dean couldn't be here with us tonight. He's hanging out with our little guys, but he is definitely here in spirit. You know, about 5 years ago, certified health coach was not something that I would ever envision under my name. You know, I do have a health transformation myself. I was overweight most of my life, and after I left high school and went to college, I gained even more weight. So I knew in my early 20s that I really needed to start making a change and adopting health. And I think I tried every single diet out there, and I realized that none of them worked. And what I realized is that through learning the habits of health and really just transforming my mind about health and educating myself was really the only way that I was going to keep my weight off. And, you know, once I started losing weight, my friends and family, of course, were noticing what I'm doing. Of course, they had seen me my entire life struggle with health. So, you know, they were inspired. And because it was such a passion of mine, I started doing it because I loved it. I started helping other people through the how and the what of what I was doing and just trying to really help them move forward in their health. And I never really dreamed that I could merge my passion for helping other people into my career and my vocation. But I'm excited to say for 4 years now that I have merged those two, and we are certified health coaches, and I couldn't be more proud of that title. These pictures right here are really just a depiction of how much Take Shape for Life has changed our life. We have really been able to surround our life around what matters most to us. As I said before, Take Shape for Life was introduced to me about 4 years ago by that beautiful woman in the bottom right-hand corner, Miss Candy Mitzel. I'm sure you can see her on the call. And, you know, I didn't really know her that well. I had just met her through my husband's best friend, and that's her husband. And she told me about Take Shape for Life. But to be honest with you, in the beginning, I was a little bit skeptical because I knew my own health transformation. I knew that diets didn't work. And I knew that without that education and that knowledge of changing my health, that nobody else was going to lose weight either. So through a lot of patience from her and just sharing more and more about this amazing company, I was able to join this mission to help other people find health. And it's been the most amazing past 4 years of my life. I have met the most inspiring and encouraging people. I have created a community of health. These people in the top right-hand corner in the big picture are my business partners. They're my friends, but more importantly, they're my family. And we really love helping other people get healthy and move them forward. And it's just been the ride of our lives. But the most tangible gift that Take Shape for Life has given me is the opportunity to be not only a career woman, but a mother. You know, I waited a lot of years to have a child because I never wanted to choose between my career and motherhood. And through Take Shape for Life, I was actually able to do both. You know, Deacon is 16 months old, and I have been able to assist others to help and place my career first, but also be a mom and be the mom that I always wanted to be for him. And it's just been the greatest gift that it's ever given me. I was also able to have an extremely healthy pregnancy, which was a huge fear of mine, to put all that weight back on. You know, even gaining a few pounds was terrifying to me. And so the thought of gaining, 30, 40 plus pounds was terrifying. But I gained a healthy weight during pregnancy and had a healthy pregnancy. And then you'll notice my before and after here at the bottom. I was able to use the Nursing Mothers program and really just use the habits of health and get my pregnancy weight off to my pre-pregnancy weight. So who's on the call tonight? You know, there's a lot of different reasons why, you may be joining us on the call tonight. Maybe you were on Facebook and you saw a friend of yours that had posted a before and after picture of themselves. And, maybe you're not used to them, achieving health, and you're wondering, what are they doing? I'm so inspired. I want to learn more. So you clicked on this link and you're joining us here tonight. We also have clients on the line tonight that are doing amazing on program and adopting help themselves and really just wanting to pass it forward and help those people around them. And we also have coaches that are just integrating themselves into our health community and wanting to be around people that inspire them and move them forward. So again, we're just going to be sharing some stories tonight of optimal health transformations. And I'm really excited to introduce our first person sharing, and that's Bekah Tozer. Bekah is actually a high school friend of mine, and we've reconnected over the past 6 months. And I don't want to tell her story for you, but I'm super excited to have her on the call. She's a dear friend, and her story is so inspiring. So Bekah, are you on?
I am on. Thank you, Dawn. How are you tonight?
I'm awesome. I mean,
Good.
seriously, we're helping people move forward in health, which is fun. So I'm good.
I'm excited to share. I love it. And I want to say hi to everybody out there who's on the call, and a special hi to Christy, my friend in Michigan, who's listening in via phone. She can't see us, but she can hear. So, hey, Christy. I'm excited to share really quickly. I've only been a part of Dawn's team. She's been my coach. I've been a friend of hers since high school, but she really, she kind of been back there talking to me a little bit about Take Shape for Life, and she kind of knew some of my frustrations. Where I was pre-Take Shape for Life was about last February, March, and I was really frustrated. I had spent a lot of time working out with trainers, a lot of time in the gym, frustrated because nothing would budge. I mean, my weight wouldn't budge. My health was just, there was just a lot of health issues that I was having that I couldn't seem to kick. I was turning 40 this year, and that was a really big milestone to me. And I felt like I was going backwards in my health. Like I could not get a grip on habits for health for sure. And I have 5 kids, 1 in college, 1 in first grade, and all in the middle. And the thought was just really, it was just starting to be overwhelming of how I was going to be on top of this. And to be honest, when I first talked to Dawn about it, I was pretty skeptical because I really didn't want to be disappointed. That, to be honest, that was a big fear of mine, was to try something and it not work and I'd be disappointed again and feel like nothing works for me, because I really had tried a lot of things. And so to me, my biggest thing that was holding me back was that fear of disappointment. And so I just embraced the fear and said, let me give this a try. Dawn, with her coaching, she uses, that word, that optimal health word. That's so true. It's come to mean so much more to me over the last 3 or 4 months. I'm down like 39 pounds. I'm still going. I'm not to my goal yet, but that's okay, because I'm learning habits that are going to help me reach my goal, and that makes me really excited. One thing that I think the biggest change for me, besides losing the weight, has been really, I think, being held accountable to a health coach has been huge for me, but not just to a health coach, but she's really kind of modeled and taught me how to be accountable to myself in a way that I had not been before. I think, our brain kind of likes to protect us and tell us, well, you don't have that much weight to lose, or you're really doing everything you can, or you're really not eating that much, or you're not, whatever it is, we kind of, out of protection, want to help ourselves feel better about our frustrations. And so one thing that Take Shape for Life and the coaching with Dawn has really helped me was to realize that I need to be honest with myself. And I also not just be honest with myself, but what do I want? What are my goals? And that's probably one of the biggest things I've enjoyed about this program so far is my health coach, Dawn, has never come and given me goals. She's never told me what to do. She's never figured out an exact weight I should be. She's never told me numbers I should hit. Instead, she's asked me what are my goals, and then encouraged me to feel empowered to reach them. And the weight is, obviously, losing the weight is very exciting for me, because nothing's worked and the scale really moved. And even with full-time work and 5 kids and life and everything, it was still very easy and attainable to do. So I'm excited. So I'm excited to share with people that this has worked for me. And I started health coaching this last month just because I love sharing and being able to connect people to something that worked for me. And I'm excited. So that's it in a nutshell.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bekah. That was amazing. Seriously, I, first of all, love that you talked about how you're starting to discover your why for wanting to move forward. Like, what is it that really do I want? Not what do people expect of me, but what do I really want? And in Take Shape for Life, we call that an awakening. And when you're really able to awaken yourself to your true desires and what you truly want in your life, then you're just unstoppable in creating what you want. So thank you so much, Rebecca, for sharing. That was amazing. Wow. Wow. Okay, moving on. We are moving from the East Coast in North Carolina, where Bekah is, all the way up to Portland, Oregon, here in the West, with Corie Raquel. And, you know, although he is living in Portland now, his heart is definitely in his home, Hawaii. So I'm super excited for him to share about his story and his heart for his home state. Corie, are you on?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, doing awesome.
All right. Thanks, Don. And thanks, everyone, for jumping on and allowing me to share my story. And this is awesome. So, yeah, basically, my story began 2 years ago. I was introduced to Take Shape for Life. And prior to that, I was always into fitness, went to school for exercise science. So I had the knowledge of the fitness aspect. I'm a personal trainer and all that. But I never had the nutrition side packed down. And, you know, I wanted to find something that I could support anyone with. And, you know, Take Shape for Life has definitely made it clear for me to be able to support people in that area. So I started 2 years ago, and I could not be happier that Dawn, you know, took 6 months for me to start, but she was patient. And, you know, I wish I had started earlier for the first time she asked me. But what had happened in my transformation, you know, in, you know, the short 4 weeks that I was on program, you can see on the top left there, you know, the first picture, I was, you know, I was fit. I was, you know, pretty in shape. My nutrition wasn't on point, but on program, you know, following the easy steps, I had dropped 21 pounds, and just by changing my nutrition, and it was awesome. And I could not have felt more energy, more motivated to keep going, and also keep you know, being able to understand the program even more. So I've learned a lot more than just the nutrition side. The community around Take Shape for Life is just unreal, positive. I've never been around more positive people to support you and move me forward and just hit my goals to where I want to be. I just haven't had such clarity on where I want to be in my optimal health. So I thank Take Shape for Life. I thank you, Dawn. And I'm most proud right now. Sorry. My mom finally started to get healthy. So.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I didn't know I was going to get emotional, but she started. And so I'm proud of that. So.
Wow. Seriously. Okay.
Sorry. Anyway, so in a nutshell, that's my story. I'm helping family. I do want to bring it back to Hawaii. You know, we're slowly getting there, and it's in our culture that we do need that extra support. And it's in my heart, and I know this group, this community, this program is going to definitely support that. Thank you.
Wow. Oh my gosh. These stories, I swear, never get old. I've never seen you like that, Corie, and I have chills all over my body. I'm crying, and I don't even know if I could even finish moving on. I mean, we should just end the call right now, because that is amazing, and that's enough to go home and just embrace. And you know what I so much love about you, Corie, is that although you were educated in this field in exercise science, and you were helping people move forward in their health every single day, that was your vocation. You humbled yourself, and you trusted this program, and you tried this program for yourself, and you said, you know what, I'm going to do it. And the results that you had were phenomenal. And so now you don't have to frustrate yourself trying to help your clients. You have a tool, you have a catalyst, and you have a path for them. And I'm just so inspired by your authentic and genuine heart, and I'm inspired by your humble heart. And thank you so much for sharing, Corie. That was amazing. So what about you? You know, why are you on this call tonight? Are you looking for health in your own life? Are you obtaining health in your life now and really just wanting to pay it forward and help those around you? Or is it a little bit of both? You know, as I mentioned before, when I had lost my weight and I was wanting to help my friends and family, I was really focusing on the how and the what, as I mentioned before, you know, because I knew how I had done it and I knew what I did to do it, but I always knew that there was something missing. I really didn't have like a secret weapon to help people. I just kind of hoped, you know, threw it out there that what I was doing would help them move forward. And what I found was that people that weren't really clear on why they wanted health, why they wanted to move forward, why they were even, you know, wanting to lose the weight or get healthy for that matter, that if they weren't focused on that, then the how and the what seemed to really get big. You know, they really focused too much on how and what they were doing. And then in retrospect, the people that really were focused on their why, the people that knew exactly why they wanted to be healthy, whether it was for their family or whether it was to get off medications or whether it was because they didn't want to leave a legacy of disease to their children. If they were really focused on that why, then it didn't matter what the how and the what were. They were willing to move forward and do whatever it took to obtain health. And so we as health coaches really believe that optimal health is more than just the weight on the scale. We really take health beyond physical health and we move it into mental and financial health. And we really believe that when these three things are working together in unison and you're moving forward in all areas of health, that you are going to move forward towards optimal health. So you're going to see these three things, mental, physical, and financial health, interwoven throughout our call tonight. Whether it's through specific words or inspiring stories, you're going to hear how so many people's lives have changed. You know, we have a health program that includes weight loss, but as I just said, it's not about weight loss. You know, wouldn't you agree that when you're trying to move forward in any area of your life, or you're trying to learn a new skill or task, that if somebody throws you a bunch of information all at one time, it's really hard for you to grasp that. And so it kind of paralyzes you. But when you agree that if you give someone a step-by-step process, just-in-time information on how to move forward, that they can move step-by-step and make, you know, whatever they're goaling to be a reality. So as I said before, this program is about health, but it's not just about weight loss. If you'll notice, step 2 is reaching a healthy weight. Step 3, we're transitioning into healthy eating. Step 4, we're really integrating that education piece where you're learning the habits of health. You're adopting healthy lifestyle habits in order to make this a permanent change. Moving into optimizing health for your age. You know, we work with people from all age groups. We work with teenagers. We work with people into their 80s and 90s. And health is really individual based. Health means something different for everyone. So it's really about exploring what your optimal health is and moving forward towards that goal. And then last but not least, step 6 is about living a longer and healthier life. Wouldn't you agree that the reason why we all want to live healthier lives, I mean, just like Corie said, is so that we can be around longer with the people that we love the most? I'm getting chills all over my body because that's what this is about. You know, he has committed to this process, and it took 2 years for Corie to, you know, help his mom get healthy, but she has taken a step towards change. And that's what this is all about, is living a longer and healthier life and being with the people that matters most to us. So a little bit about our program. There's 2 different programs. We have the 5 and 1 or the 3 and 3. And typically when someone is moving towards optimal health and wanting to grow in health, you know, weight loss seems to be the first proponent of that. You know, whether it's 5 to 10 pounds, it could be 100 pounds plus, but weight loss typically tends to be that first step, like we mirrored in the step-by-step process before. So 5 and 1, if someone wants to lose weight, is typically where we start them at. They're eating every 2 to 3 hours. It's clinically proven. They're losing up to 2 to 5 pounds per week for the first 2 weeks and 1 to 2 pounds a week thereafter. I will tell you, you know, results not typical, but over the past 4 years that I've been coaching, I'm going to say that those numbers are a little bit higher. But wouldn't you agree that those numbers as a baseline are pretty amazing in itself? So a typical day on plan, you're eating a healthy breakfast. Again, you're eating every 2 to 3 hours. You have quick and convenient snacks that are packed with protein. and they're low glycemic, and you can take them wherever you go. Pack them in your purse, pack them in your backpack, your school lunches, whatever your busy life entails, you have something quick and convenient. And then one time a day, you're either using a dining out guide or preparing at home what we call a lean and green, and that is a lean protein and a non-starchy vegetable. As a foundation of health, we really want you to learn how to create healthy meals for yourself, because moving into optimal living requires that you know how to create those meals. But we're all busy, and if you need to use the dining out guide, it happens. I'm a busy mom, and between football practice and toddler classes or whatever, I'm busy too. So sometimes it's nice to be able to know that I can go out to eat and still make healthy choices. And then if you'll notice all the water bottles at the bottom, hydration is a huge part of health. And we know that without tons of water, it makes it really difficult to burn fat. So definitely being hydrated on plan. So this is a depiction of our program overall. It really is the foundation of the education at the top left-hand corner, Dr. A's Habits of Health, where you're really learning and establishing those habits of health. You're surrounded with support, the support of your health coach, the support of our optimal health community, and really just our nutrition program. Take Shape for Life really is for life. Once you gain a health coach, you never lose a health coach. Even into maintenance and thriving there beyond, you always have someone there to help you, motivate you when you want to give up, and support you through every step of the way. So what exactly do you get if you decide to start program? You get 1 month of program delivered to your door, those protein snacks and meals that you're going to be eating throughout the day that are quick and convenient. You receive your personal health coach, and that person is there for you to support you and lift you up and build you up. And, definitely lots of support. We have nutrition support, the online health community, Take Shape for Life corporate. There's just tons of support that we have to empower you and move you forward in your health. You receive your program materials, which is your habits of health, and all of that for about $12 a day, which is pretty much an out to eat lunch for the day. So, okay, this is my favorite side. This is really just a depiction of how organic this program works and how it grows and how it just compounds and the ripple effect of it. The reality is that people trust people. I know there's lots of, diet fads out there, whether it's supplements or infomercials or exercise your weight off or don't eat at all or eat carbs and don't eat protein or, whatever. There's so many different ways to lose weight. But in the end, I think people trust people. If my friends and family are doing something and they've been successful on it and they're excited about it and they feel good and they look good, then I'm going to be inspired to do that myself. So this slide really is just the ripple effect of how this has been for me over the past 4 years. And this is just a small, portrayal of that. But in the top left-hand corner is Casey. And I introduced this program to Casey and Greg James. And then Greg and Casey introduced it there to Cindy. She's standing there with Dr. Anderson. She got to meet him, and that was really exciting for her. And then she introduced this program to Daynell Rowe, right there at the top right. And then she introduced it to Megan. And then there they are standing all together, thriving in health, moving people forward, living an optimally healthy life. And it gives me goosebumps because I love these people so much. We're on a mission, we really are here to change the health of our life, to change the health of our families, and to pay it forward and change the health of America. When I first start working with the client, they're losing weight that first week. They're so astonished at how much they've lost. And I say, what, it's not stopping here. You're going into week 2, you're going into week 3, you're going to be losing more weight, and people are going to be noticing your weight loss. So there's 2 options, because it's not going to just be one person. There's going to be multiple people that are going to be just dumbfounded by the change that's happening in your life. So there's 2 ways to really become a part of our mission. The first is to refer. If you find somebody that's interested, tell your health coach about them and let them know, hey, my friend is really interested in what I'm doing and she wants to learn more. Or what most people choose to do is they decide to pay it forward themselves. When a friend and family come to you and say, what are you doing? I want to know what you're doing. I think it's a lot easier and more natural to work with somebody that I have already built relationship with that person. They know me, I know them. And, your friends and family are going to feel encouraged that you've already done this and you've been successful. And now you can help them do it too. So most people decide to pay it forward. Why pay it forward? Well, there's lots of reasons. definitely going to reinforce your decision to stay healthy. I know for me, it definitely has. Being accountable to other people has motivated my own health to be consistent. The community of health people, very healthy people, very similar to what we're experiencing tonight. Being a part of impacting someone else's life, how amazing is that to know that you're going to change someone's life for the better? There's part-time or full-time income, and then the huge ripple effect that it can have, like on the previous slide. But instead of me going over all of these things, I really want to introduce my Louisiana girl, Heather Dickerson. She is so much fun, and I cannot tell you the positive energy that comes from this girl. There's always a smile on her face, and I just love this quote that she put on her Facebook page. You'll see it at the bottom. My job, ? I kill fat for a living. Like, that is her. Like, she is so positive and so on fire helping other people. So I just want her to share her story. Heather, are you on?
Yes, I am. Hi, Dawn. How are you?
Hi. How are
Hello,
you?
everyone. I'm good. You can hear me, right?
Yes, and I missed that accent, so please start talking.
Okay, well, my story with Take Shape for Life, I became a health coach before I became a client. My mom was overweight. She was on 2 different blood pressure medications, no, 3 actually, cholesterol medication, and I went with her to a doctor's appointment, and he told her that she had become diabetic, type 2, and he was writing her a prescription for metformin. And she looked at him and she said, I'm not taking another pill. And so we got in the car and I said, Mom, you have to do something, you know. And she said, well, I just want someone to give me food and say, here, eat this and you'll lose weight. And so I knew about Take Shape for Life. I had a friend that was a client, and I said, well, I'm going to become a health coach to help my mom. And I literally went online and became a health coach. I was actually a lead through the system. I don't know if any of you know that. For Dawn, instead of getting a client, she got a coach. And coincidentally, she's from Louisiana. So that was just really cool. It was awesome. So my mom lost 40 pounds, 42 inches in 3.5 months. She got off of all of her medication. She did not even take metformin. And to this day, it's 2.5 years later, she's kept it off. And funny little, throw something in there, she just had back surgery. And coming to, they were trying to give her hospital food. And she asked for her Take Shape. She asked for her, the chocolate pudding that she makes a shake out of, the MetaFast meal replacements, and her caramel crunch bars. So the food is good. But in between that, I went on program. I lost in 10 days, I lost 8 pounds, 9 inches. Amazing, because it took me forever to do that before. I yo-yoed. I was always struggled with my weight. I had from a size 14 to a size 2 in my closet. I probably only wore that 2 once, and I probably was really tight in my younger days. But now, you know, I incorporate the meal replacements in my everyday life. What? And
You're good, Heather. We just had some background noise. Go ahead and finish up. Sorry, sweetie.
Okay.
No,
That's okay. So I incorporate the meal replacements in my everyday life. I use the Optimal Health bars. You know, I tell people I work smarter, not harder now. Now that we have this tool to use. My husband's even eating the bars now because he never has time to stop and eat, so he was not eating all day. So I was like, at least bring these bars with you, put them in an ice chest, and you know, so he does. He'll eat like 3 a day, which is awesome. We want to just maintain our weight. So coaching has allowed me to stay home. I have a 7-year-old and a 10-year-old. I can bring them to sports, gymnastics, school. I can volunteer at school, and also a really great income, which means I'm helping a lot of people and look forward to helping a whole bunch more with the help of our awesome Take Shape for Life family. You guys are amazing. The support system is just phenomenal. I don't think you'll ever find the support like this from any other company.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Heather, for sharing. That's so awesome. I love that you took initiative. I just think your story is so crazy that you wanted to help your mom and you said enough's enough, and you called the company and said, I want to coach. I mean, that is just crazy. And you took it on yourself. You didn't pass that on to somebody else, to some, you know, to help your friends and family or to help your mom. You took responsibility and you said, you know what, I'm going to help you because I'm with you and I can support you and I can encourage you daily. And I just love that. And it's just amazing. Your two kids are so beautiful. I love this picture of them at the top. They just look like such little sweethearts. And I love that you can be the mom that you want to be and surround your life around what matters most to you. And that's really what this is all about. And that's really what coaching is all about. So thank you so much for sharing, Heather. Okay, moving from, well, Texas, because Heather just moved from Louisiana to Texas. You know, I mean, she'll always be a Louisiana girl. You know what, you can take us out of Louisiana, but you can't take Louisiana out of us, that's for sure. But moving all the way from the south, back up to Portland, Oregon, to the west, Mr. Corie Meredith. I cannot tell you how excited I am to introduce Corie to you. Seriously, I put this quote at the bottom. He put this on his Facebook page the other day, and this is truly this man. A dream becomes a goal when action is taken towards achieving it. And this man is on fire with action. He is helping so many people get healthy, and nothing is stopping him. And I just want him to share his story. So, Corie, are you on?
I am, Dawn. Thank you. Originally, this call was supposed to be a call only for Corie's, but Rebecca and Heather had such amazing stories that we just had to let them on. So,
I love it.
So thank you for that introduction. That was very kind. Yeah, my journey begins much like many other people. I was a wrestler in high school, and the way I had learned to manage my weight in high school was to cut weight by starving myself before weigh-in, and then after my matches, go enjoy a full pizza by myself because I had earned it. And so those habits kind of stuck with me throughout most of my adulthood. At one point, I did take steps about 13 years ago to lose weight, and that came from starving myself, utilizing ephedra, trying Atkins, multiple different types of weight loss programs out there that I really, I was desperate at the time to really get that weight down. And so I did it, and I didn't really have a whole lot of support around me. It was just kind of me against the world at that point. And as soon as I got down to my goal, I just went back to my old habits again. So it was something that was really frustrating. And so fast forward to this last year, I'd gone back up in my weight. In fact, gained a little bit more. I started at 275 when I met Dawn. At the time, we had been going to the gym, my wife and I, for about, I want to say about 8 months. And Dawn is one of the owners of that gym with her husband, Dean. And at one point, we'd been working out a ton. We were going like 3-4 times a week, but the weight just wasn't coming off because afterwards we were going home and we were just eating whatever we wanted. We were falling back on our old food habits, and it was becoming very frustrating. And it wasn't until there was a tragedy that kind of surrounded my life. One of my managers and really good friends ended up passing away at the age of 40 with health issues, heart issues. And that was really hard on me. I was there from the moment he went into the hospital until the moment that we were there to say our final goodbyes. And that was so hard. And looking at my son, who's 4 years old, and our baby that's on its way, a little girl, something had to be done. And so my wife and I, we went to Dawn and let her know that we were just tired of the way things were, and we needed to do something, and we needed to fix it now. And Dawn sat down and met with us and went through the program. And I had a little hesitation at first. I thought the program was amazing, but I was looking at the cost, and I just didn't think I could make that happen. But it wasn't until I went home and realized how much we were spending on eating out, how much we were spending on just swipes at, places like McDonald's or Starbucks or whatever, that we were spending dramatically more than the cost of the program. And so the very next day after meeting with Dawn, I was like, I'm in, I'm ready to go. Let's do this. So with the help of Dawn, I was able to get a lot of my life back. In 3 months, I was down 60 pounds. And I can't tell you how amazing it was to get mobility back, how amazing it was to know that I'm going to be here for my children for years to come, and to not fear when I turn 40 that some tragedy like that is going to happen to me as well. It was really eye-opening. And what I love is the support that surrounds us. Dawn's been very supportive, and not only Dawn, but Candy and Casey and Dean and Corie, and it's such a huge family with Take Shape for Life. It's amazing. And so what was awesome was about 2 weeks in, after I had lost my initial weight, I was just sitting there thinking to myself, this is insane how well this works. Why is everybody not doing this? I don't understand. So at that point, I actually called Dawn, and I'm like, health coaching, how do I do that? I'm in, ready to pay it forward. I want people around me to be healthy, and I want to help as many people as I can. So it was unfortunate that it took a tragedy for me to really hone in on my health, but we take inspiration from things that we don't really know are inspirational until they happen. So I hope that my story helps other people. And we've heard a lot of great stories tonight so far, and I'm very blessed to be among so many great people who have amazing stories to share. So thank you, Dawn, for letting me share tonight.
Thank you is more like it. Seriously, I love you guys to death, and Corie, your story is so impactful. I am so moved by the fact that you knew your why coming into this. You knew your why, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter how it needed to be done. It didn't matter what you needed to do. You were going to do it because you had lost your friend, and you didn't want that to happen to you, and you wanted to be around there for your son, and you wanted to be around there for your daughter. And that is exactly who we are and what we do. And that's really the truly awakening that we want everyone in our life to have, is to find out why they want to be healthy, and to just move forward in their health and to never give up. And that's you. You are a fighter, and I am so inspired by you. And I know that everyone on this call is inspired by you. So thank you so much, Corie. I really appreciate your vulnerability, and we just love you so much. So, I really never thought that my passion and my mission could meet. And through this company, I have been able to find purpose. I've been able to find purpose in my life and my career. I never felt like I was really doing anything for anyone else. I was good at my career. My career was good to me. I made good money. I was in graduate school. I was on a new track to move forward in a different area in my life, but there was always something missing. And it wasn't till Take Shape for Life, when I was actually able to pursue my passion for helping others and my passion for passing on and the hope of health, that I found true purpose. And so that's really what this is about. And, as you would all agree from every story here tonight, this is not just about weight loss. This is not about what they have lost, but this is more about what they have gained. And so, I would just encourage you to just continue to learn more and move forward, and really just truly live a life that's inspirational to others. Some of you may be wondering, what does this look like? What would it look like for me to become a health coach? Like how would I be compensated? How would that work? And so with you deciding that you wanted to start helping pay it forward, if you decided that you just wanted to help 5 of your friends and family, you could earn about $332 a month, or rounding up $333 a month. And that's about $4,000 a year. That's pretty big. And that's why I started. Honestly, I I mean, of course I wanted to help people, but at the time we were financially strapped and I just needed the extra car note to pay. You know, I had no idea that it was going to morph and evolve into a career change for me. I just wanted to help people and maybe help my family out a little bit in the process. And then I decided, you know what? I love helping 5 people. I'm going to go help 10 people. So that translated into $644 a month and $7,700 a year. And I could just imagine when I was in my corporate retail job before, walking into my corporate officer and saying, hey, I'm going to need you to, I mean, it's employee evaluation once a year. I'm going to need you to increase my salary $7,700 this year. I'm sure that their face would have either laughed or it would have dropped open, because that was not going to happen. And I actually had a tangible approach and a catalyst to create more leverage in life for my family. And that was through helping people. And if you'll notice, you know, helping 5 people at a time, reaching what we call executive director level, which is the very bottom level, about 27% of our health coaches do that. And that's about helping 20 people get healthy. And that's $33,000 a year. That's a full-time job for a lot of people. For me, you know, I was able to replace my income and more. And what you're not going to see on these slides is the leadership levels. You know, I decided that I didn't want to just start helping people with their health, but I wanted to actually mentor coaches to do the same thing. And that's when I decided to take a leadership level in this company. And you know, if you're interested in what leaders make and what that would look like for you as a leader, we can definitely send you our full income disclosure statement. So connect with the person that invited you here or your health coach that invited you here, and we can explore that if leadership at all is something that you want to explore and sounds appealing to you. So where do you go from here? Your next step would just be to learn more, to connect with the health coach that invited you here, connect with the person that invited you here. I just want to thank each and every one of you for being on the call tonight. I know you took time away from your family to be here, and I know how important that is. So thank you so much for spending time with us. I want to thank the presenters that were on the call tonight. You guys did amazing, and I just love that you shared your heart and that you truly have a heart and a passion for helping others. And you guys are changing so many lives, and I look forward to changing everyone for being on the call. And you know, if we want to open it up for questions. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, not hearing Maddie chime in. I'm sure if you do have questions, I'm sure that you do. You may not want to just announce them on the call tonight, but definitely connect with your health coach or connect with the person that invited you. It was so good seeing all of your beautiful faces. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night.